Michelle from the Scattered Scrapper. Welcome to my channel. Today is day 14 of Scrap-O-WEEN and it is Halloween Throwback Thursday. Today I'm going to be scrapbooking these pictures of my girls from way back in 2009. Ooh, 2009. They're so cute. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to be using some doodlebug papers and stickers and some other goodies that I've gotten together. So let's get started. The first thing I did was map my photos in white cardstock. And now I'm going to use this really cute pumpkin paper, and I'm cutting it in a 12 by 3 inch sheet or strip, and it's going to be kind of the base of my page. And here I'm cutting these stars, and I'm going to cut these haunted houses, and then I'm going to cut another paper that is candy. And I've already cut them wrong. That's me. I just cut them wrong. I was not thinking about them being 4 inches across, and there's 3 of them, and 3 times 4 is 12. So imagine my surprise when I go to put them on my paper that they span all the way across my page. And that's not what I want. Yeah, I'm really good at math, guys. And cutting, don't you know? So here I'm spanning them across, and I'm like, oh gosh, that's right. 4 times 3 is 12. So I need to trim them again, and I'm thinking, well, how do I want to trim them? And 3 inches is a little too narrow for what I'm going for. So I just go ahead and trim off 1/2 inch from all of these papers. So I end up with a little bit of space, a little bit of white space all around them. That's better. That's what I was looking for. So now I'm going to look and see where exactly do I want my pictures to be. And I kind of have in mind that I want my title over there on the left. And I have an idea for a little cluster on the bottom right, or at the top of that 3 inch strip there at the bottom. So I'm thinking my pictures are going to go there, and now I'm looking for some strips to go on the bottom here. I'm going to use this black washi tape, and I'm going to turn it jagged side down and tuck that up underneath the pumpkins because I really don't want the little jagged edge, and I don't have just plain old black washi tape. So use what you got, right? So I turn it around, and I lift the paper up a little bit to make it easier for me to put this washi tape down. And then I'm going to look back at my sticker sheets to look for a strip to go on the top. And I find this really cute small scallop border strip to use. So I'm just going to put that down on the top, and oh, I just think that's so cute. The little sparklies with the black polka dots, and the orange just looks so cute with the pumpkins. So now I'm thinking I need something at the top. So again, I'm looking at my sticker sheets for some borders, and I was thinking about using that black one that you can barely see there on that 12 by 12 sticker sheet. But I also wanted to mimic what I did at the bottom. So instead of using the scalloped black border strip there at the top, I'm going to use my jagged edged black washi tape again. And I got that at the very top. And then I'm going to use this other orange small scalloped border strip, and I'm just going to put it over top of those little jagged edges. And now, there we go. Now it mimics the bottom there. And I go to put the middle stuff back in the middle. And with this one, I am going to go ahead and pull out my T-square to make sure that my different colored strips are actually straight, because I don't want them crooked. I want my pictures crooked, but not the rectangles underneath them. So I'm going to go ahead and get my pictures in the angles that I want. And I was looking at my title, like, where am I going to put my title? And I realized really fast, yeah, Michelle, you're not going to get that title just to the left of your center photo there. It's not going to work. But I'm gonna persevere. I'm gonna find a spot for my title because I really love my title, so I don't want to change it. So I go ahead and put my rectangles down. And I'm still thinking, where am I going to put this title? Because it's so big. I have a habit of making these big, long titles. So I've got my pictures, and I'm going to go ahead and pop them up on a little bit of foam. And then I'm going to put them down. And I kind of wish I had not taped them down already, because it would have been helpful if I could have moved them a little bit. But it works out in the end. So I go ahead and I put those down, and then I'm looking, where do I put this title? So I'm thinking I'm going to put it right there, especially the pumpkins. I put the pumpkins up there. I think, well, maybe I'll put it down here. But there's not really any room for all of that down there either. So I'm going to put it right back up here, and there it is. I put the pumpkins there, and that's going to help me to figure out where to put the rest of the words. And I do want to put patch right there on top of the picture, but I don't like how the rectangles underneath the word, just the letters kind of blend in with all that's going on. So now I'm going on a hunt for a base in order to put patch down. And I tried everything. I tried that big circle thing from the sticker sheet, and that wouldn't work. I tried this burlap doily. I didn't like that. I'm going to try this white doily. I don't like that. So I'm going to go diving into my die cuts. Oh, first a burlap tag. Actually, I like the idea of burlap because, pumpkin patch, that just feels like you need some burlap. And I do start putting it down, but I've figured out very quickly it's not long enough. It's not going to work for the word. So here I am in the die cuts. And I've put them in a little photo box here, so I don't have to go digging around in that bigger bin now, and I feel like I can see things a little bit better. And I actually have put all my Halloween washi tape in that light green container that all these die cuts were in. So I'm rifling through here, and I see these two cards. And they're perfect, except for they have witch and ghost on them. So I'm thinking, oh, well, I can just tuck them up under and you won't even see it. Except for here you can see that a part of it is visible. So I'm thinking, well, I can find something to cover that up. And that's me thinking, I can find something to cover that up. So back to my die cuts I go, and I'm going to look for something that maybe would fit over top. And I like this heart, and I find this pumpkin with an owl on top. And I'm looking through it, and here's another pumpkin. And of course, those are perfect because our front yard is decorated like a pumpkin patch. And I find another pumpkin, and then this little gray circle with a trick-or-treating jack-o'-lantern on it. I pull that out. And now I'm going to go ahead and put some ATG on these and get them attached. And then I can figure out exactly how to put patch on there. Let's see. Making sure that you can't see which up underneath the picture, and it fits just perfect. I was so glad. So now I'm trying to figure out, how do I want to put this cluster together so that I cover up the upside down ghost. So the heart fits just perfect and covers up everything. And then the little trick-or-treating pail and the plain pumpkin just fit perfectly together. I think they make a really nice little cluster there. So I'm going to put that down. And because I had originally not anticipated putting a cluster here, I feel like my layout is very off balance. It is very heavy on the right, and that is going to become an issue when I go to make the cluster that I wanted to make originally in the bottom right corner. Well, it's not all the way bottom. It's sitting on top of the little pumpkin strip. So I go ahead and get the rest of my title on, and it's the cutest pumpkins in the patch. And I pulled out these glittery jack-o'-lanterns, and I want them to be big elements. And here is where I've really, not discovered, but I really notice that cluster that I did not anticipate doing is really making my page feel very off balance, because this is where I wanted these pumpkins to go. And the big one, I pulled him out. I wasn't sure if I would use it because it is quite large, and I was planning on just having those pumpkins there at the top of the pumpkin paper. But because my cluster is making this off balance, I thought, well, I can go ahead and use this large pumpkin on the left side, and that will help balance it out. And I try these little pumpkins over here, and that doesn't work. So I put them back. They just need to stay there. That's where they're happy. And I'm not liking this. It just feels off. I'm getting a little frustrated. So I try the burlap tag again, and I pick it up to kind of look at it, and I'm like, no, I don't like it. And I moved it down a little bit, and I was like, oh, the pumpkin looks good there. So then I'm thinking, well, what about the tag? So I put the tag upright like a tag should be, and that feels wet or much more balanced all across the page. So now my little cluster on the right hand side looks like it has always supposed to be there, and the pumpkin with the tag on the left hand side looks like it was always supposed to be there. So I'm much more happy now. But the only thing is there's only this gold glitter in these two spots. So I go ahead and get these stars from the sticker sheet that I got the pumpkins from, and I put a little gold star up into my cluster on the right, and I put one with my pumpkins down on the bottom and another one with the big pumpkin. And that helps to distribute the gold all across the page, even if it's just a little bit. So now, because I have a tag, I have to have some ribbon to go in the tag hole. And at first I thought I'd tie a bow, but I didn't really like that. I don't like that the polka dots could be seen all except for in one spot, and then it was just black. So I didn't like that. So then I was thinking, well, I'll just fold it up and twist it around and just have it just be two tails sticking up. And I couldn't figure out, well, how am I going to attach it? I've got to put it through the hole. So I go ahead and I pull it through the hole, and I can twist the ribbon behind there, but then I'm thinking, well, wait, that doesn't look right. So I'll go ahead and I just twist it around like to the beginning of a square knot. And then I'm thinking, now, okay, this looks good. And then I can just have the tails off to the side. So while I'm waiting, well, not really waiting for the glue to dry, but I'm like, I need to go ahead and get this pumpkin down. So I go ahead and put some ATG on it and a little bit of glue on the side that's going to be sitting on the burlap. And I tuck it just slightly up under this picture and move my little star around. And then I'm going to get some brads. I'm so excited to use these brads. I just think they're so cute. So I've got these that have the little bit of sparkle to them, and I just get out these orange circles with a black swirl, and I'm going to put one of those in each of my little cluster areas. And trying to figure out exactly where you want to put the little final details can sometimes take the longest. I seem to be pretty good at getting my bare bones down, but these little ones, these little finishing touches can be difficult. So I'm also here have some green flocked stars that are brads that I'm going to use. And I was really quick and able to find where I wanted to put them in the other two clusters, but this one, it's just really difficult. It's being a pain. But I finally just decide, just put it off to the side. It'll look great. So now I'm going to glue my pumpkins down because I know for sure, this is where they're going to live because that's where they wanted to live the whole time. So I get those down, and then I'm going to poke holes for my brads. So I'm just going to poke a hole for each of my brads, and the brads at the top right cluster, I've switched them out. I don't put the circle above the heart. I actually put the circle on the heart where the green star is. And let's see. And there we go. You can see now I have the green star above the heart and a little yellow or little orange circle next to the picture. And now I'm going to tack down these little excuse me. I'm going to tack down my ribbon just using a little ATG. And then I'm going to turn it around and give it a look to see if it's finished and how I think about it. And I'm going to put my journaling. And I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you have. And I will see you in the next video, which is going to be my October daily process video. And I have an 07 on that tag, but really it's 09, and I change it. Bye-bye!